Hi, and welcome to a short demonstration on Leaderboard. Leaderboard is a simple sports application that aims to stimulate conversation and maximize employee interaction in your workplace. Leaderboard is a multi-platform SharePoint application, and once installed, can be accessed from your team sites in your Office 365 tenancy. We're already following the application, so we can open it here. Now this is the main page of the application, and you'll see that we've added some sports here previously. One of the other main features of the application is the newsfeed, and what we'll do, I'll show you later on, is we'll add a sport and we'll add some games for that sport and we'll update the newsfeed accordingly. So first of all, we'll add a sport, and the sport will be Major League Baseball. Now we can upload emblems for the sports and also for the teams for those sports. So it pays to save those emblems onto your computer before you start setting up a sport. We need to nominate an administrator for this sport. So we can search for people in your organization here. We'll make Eric the administrator. We need a season start date and also a season end date. Save. So there's our sport. When we click on the sport, this is the page that all users will see. The new games that are entered for this sport will be listed here. We'll see that a leaderboard record has already been set up for Eric because he's clicked on the sport, and the same will happen for each user that wants to participate in this particular sport. And when games are completed, we'll see the completed list of games in previous picks. Now because Eric is the administrator, he'll see this button here, and we can click on that to go to the administration menu. We have the first tab is the details tab for this sport. Then we have games where we can add games, delete games, and update the news feed when we add new games or when we update the results for existing games. But the first thing we'll do is we'll add some teams for this sport. Now typically you'd enter in all the teams for the sport before you start adding games, but for the purposes of the demonstration we'll keep it short and we'll enter in a couple of games here. First game will be at Coors Field. The home team will be the Rockies. The away team will be the Dodgers. When we want to update the particular game, once it's completed, we can just click on the entry here and then we can update the scores accordingly. We'll just add one more game. So once we've added some games in, and we typically add in, a dozen at a time, we can then update the news feed by clicking New Games. And I'll just show you now and view the news feed, and we'll see that Eric Penny created the sport, MLB, and he's updated the sport, new games was updated, and each user following leaderboard will see this news feed. So we can go back, and I'll now show you when we go back to the main page. The games are now entered in here, and each user can come in and choose which team they think will win that particular game by clicking on the emblem. We can choose the home team, we can choose a draw or the away team. We'll do that for each game, and once that's completed, we can then return to our main site, or we can go back and choose other sports to pick some games, pick some winners. I'll just show you one more thing. For the leaderboard is updated when we update the games, so we'll just add some scores in here for the purposes of the demonstration. You would usually update the games once they're completed. And once you've updated the games, we'll now see that our leaderboard for Eric has been updated. He's had 1 win, 1 loss. If you forget to pick on a particular game, it'll show up here in your no picks. And we can also, because we've updated results, we can update the newsfeed accordingly. The last thing I'll show you is at the completion of each season, there's no need to add sports and teams in again. You can use the same sport, you just edit the season dates, and then you'll be able to reset the leaderboard by clicking this button. There's not much more to it. We hope you enjoy the application, and we're sure that you'll have a lot of fun. Thank you.